Once you've decided on the perspective you want to use in a scene, it's time to draw the layout. I'm using layout as a really broad term, but essentially, layout means everything that you can see in the scene. This includes the background, foreground, character or characters, objects, props, or anything else that you can think of that is visually represented in the scene. I like to start out with a rough sketch of the background, and then move on to the foreground. I then draw, or leave a note, for what kind of lighting will be in the scene, and any actions that may occur within the background. For example, if the scene is windy, you may want to draw some leaves blowing by, and leave a note to tell yourself that you need to animate the leaves blowing past and the trees moving. Once I have the background figured out, I move on to drawing the character or characters in the pose that best represents what is going on in that scene. Sometimes, if there is a lot of action within a scene, without the camera angle changing, I will draw more than one pose to represent the different actions that will happen. For example, if I wanted to show all of these actions from the same camera angle, I would simply draw more than one pose for the same storyboard, like this. Also, since I'm animating this in Flash, I can go ahead and just have the different poses happen in a consecutive order, rather than putting them all on the screen at the same time. Sometimes, I also like to leave notes to remind myself about things that may not be visually represented in the scene. For example, I might leave a note to remind myself that, although I can't see the monsters in this scene, I should be able to hear them getting louder and louder the closer they get to the character. Don't be afraid to leave notes on your scene, because later when you're animating, they can help you remember exactly what you were trying to accomplish when you were storyboarding.